Hi everyone, it's Debbie with Book and Bujo. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you've been here before. Join me on this next week of my October vlogs. I realized that I never filmed kind of an intro or an outro for this vlog, and most of it was just me rolling more times for the different readathons that I'm doing. So there we are. So let's go ahead and get into some of those rolls. I finished Blaze, so I want to add that to my notebook. There, and then here. So that was Blaze by Richard Bachman, aka Stephen King. And it was interesting. I enjoyed it. Not my favorite, but it was good. Then I also added, let's see, the Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde I finished, and The Weaver and the Worm, so I marked those off out of my Read Down My Kindle books. And then I think that's it for the front. And then here, so I want to update this one, Blaze. So the 15th. I started using the brown and then realized that it's supposed to be this kind of yellow color. And this one's the brown. But that's okay. And I started The Farthest Shore by Ursula K. Le Guin. Oh, that's the third book in the Earth-Sea cycle. And that one's a 7-hour audiobook, 7.5 hour. So I should probably be able to finish that one today because the narrator's on the a little bit slower side, so I can listen to that one on 2 times speed, so 3.5 hours-ish. So I colored in all of the ones I finished here. So this one I did start. Not too far in, a couple chapters in. I do need to get to A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping and A Time of Blood by John Gwynne. Raven Scholar, I have a feeling I'm going to end up pushing that one to November. We'll see. Alchemized, also probably go to November, but I do really want to read that one. Green Angel Tower, also. We'll see how things go, because I need to finish Spiritbound, Anne of Green Gables, Chalice of the Gods. Yeah, I still have a lot of books I need to read for these, so. When I finish The Farthest Shore, then I'm going to be starting Obsidio by J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman, which I'm looking forward to this one. This is going to be great. I showed you some a little bit in the vlog that I just posted, but yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. If you need mixed media books, definitely this one. I also finished The Little Ghost Quilt's Winter Surprise by Rylanne Nason. This brought me so much joy last night. It was just so cute. It was adorable. And apparently this one's the second book in this series. The first one is Little Ghost Who Has a Quilt, something like that. And I put that one on hold in my library because I want to look at that one too. It's just adorable. All right, I need to figure out The Long Walk because I have a couple of books in here I need to read. I just need to figure out which prompts I want to land on. I know if I read Conqueror's Blood, it'll get me to here, and that's 5 spaces from where I was, but I have a couple, like a 300 and a 200 page book, which would get me the same spots to the same end spot, but land me on one of these, so try and decide how I want to do that one. But this is the one I need to work on right now. So TBR Harvest, I did finish Signs of Luck, Hellbent, because it has the rabbit's foot on it. That's why I read that one. I finished that one, so I have that one done, and now I need to figure out what I'm going to read next. And I think it's everything but my D20. So we have the 12 and the 10, which gets you 22, 30, and then I think I was doing this for the 1. So yeah, there we go. Okay, I have 8, 13, 16, and then a 4, 7, 8, 9, 20. Green color. Right, let's see. Oh, I know. Mike, what do I have that's green? Dead Stars, Part 1. Definitely green. So that's the one I'm going to go with. I'm currently reading it, but I'm not very far in, so I will add that one. go ahead and roll one more just so I have one ready for when I finish that one. All right, so we have 7, 8, and the 1, so that's 9. Autumnal item. Not Obsidio. Well, actually, Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping could work because of the fox. I mean, besides the word like phrase horror movie and red. Well, I mean the red. That could work too. So maybe I'll do horror movie. And then Black Sun, of course, has all the ravens, crows, whichever they are. So I will probably do one of these. Whichever one I read next, it'll probably be horror movie, but maybe Black Sun. But it does say autumnal item, not necessarily color. So I may need to go with Black Sun. What else do I have in here I need to read? So I mean, A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping works with the fox. Chalice of the Gods doesn't, I don't think it really has anything autumnal on it. Conqueror's Blood, I mean, like if that's webbing, that would work, but I think that's more like magic, lightning, kind of more of that type of thing. So yeah, I don't think Conqueror's Blood does. Destiny, don't think that one is either, because that's more elements and stuff. Obsidio, no. And Return to Dan, not really either. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Black Sun. Alright, so I have my next 2 for this one, and now we gotta do the pumpkin patch. So I finished my jack-o'-lantern there, and I finished cat in title and or author. And then we had under over, and I finished that one. Okay, so I'm currently there, and I need to roll a die and see where we are going to go next. So we're definitely going to go this way since we just came from this direction, although I could go that way, but we'll go this way. A 3, 1, 2, and 3, which means I get a little ghosty, which means I need to spell boo in the title, I believe. Yes, boo in the title or author name for the ghosty. And that one is a 5-star prediction. And that one's yellow, so TBR, perfect. That would be Obsidio. All right, so let's go ahead and do one more as well. Okay, 6th roll. A 2. Oh, now I gotta decide, do I want to do cover choice or a book that scares you? Both would be good. If I do a book that scares you, I could do horror movie, just because I don't know what to expect from this one, and it's Paul Tremblay. Didn't really like the first one of his I've read, so I could go with that one. Could also do Dreadful Dark Tales of Horror, Book 1 by Dean Rasmussen, and this has just 4 or 5 short stories, I believe. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, so 5 little short stories. This one's a really short one, it's only a page. So that's another one, and again, short stories. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with a horror movie, just because I do need to read that one soon. So a book that scares you, but that one is new to me. And Paul Tremblay is not new to me. And of course, Boo in Obsidio, Boo, B-O-O. Forgot to write that in there. Okay, so 1 ghost. So I've gotten 2 cats, a jack-o'-lantern, and 2 ghosts once I finish this one. And that's if I want to do the hard mode. I don't need to do the hard mode, but I've been doing it. So if I do cover choice, it has to be a seasonal one, which makes it a little harder as well. But I could do Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. Let's see, let's come back here. I do have a jack-o'-lantern here I need to pick up. The other ghosty and cat, they're all over on this side. So if I go this way, I'm closer to picking all of those up. Yeah, there's 5 ghosts. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cats. And 4 jack-o'-lanterns. Actually, I have 2 jack-o'-lanterns because this one was a jack-o'-lantern too. I didn't do that one yet. I did this one. So there's another jack-o'-lantern. I think I want to pick up the little ghosties more than I want to pick up the jack-o'-lanterns. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go with cover choice and then use horror movie for that. Because I do actually like this cover. I mean, I remember VHS tapes, so we actually still have a few. We got rid of most of them, but we do still have a few. So cover choice. All right, no other extras with that one. So those are my next two for TBR Harvest. Do I have any others? Spooktober Readathon. I just finished Blaze, so I can mark that one off. I do need to submit these today though. And next is horror movie, which is great. Let's go ahead and do one more roll for this one as well. Okay. 3. 1, 2, 3. Move backward 2 spaces. 1, 2. 300 plus pages. So that means I need to mark this one, saying I landed on that. And then that way to this one. It's not too bad. At least I'm still 1 square ahead from where I was, where I started. All right, 300 plus pages. That's easy. I'm rolling a lot of 3s. Okay, and this one is 300 plus pages. Oh, I could use Obsidio for that one. That's easy. I mean, that's way over 300 plus pages. So let's see, I had 8 first time around. 2, 3, 4, and I'm only here. I'm a little slower behind my pace from the first time through. But that's okay. So I think when I'm done with, besides these 2 that I got twice, or both rounds, I'll color these ones slightly in black, just so I know I did both. I feel like I need some orange now to make it a little, like, color the cat orange or yellow, so I have a little candy corn. But when I finish these ones, then I will use this orange marker. Okay, so I have horror movie and Obsidio. I need to read for that one. And then this one, let's go ahead and do another roll because I did finish crocheting my dragon's arms. So here's the arms. And I already have the head and the body. So I need the legs and the wings. So that one was finished, and I'm working on Dead Stars Part 1. So let's go ahead and do another roll and see what I will be doing when I finish Dead Stars. Because if it's an activity, I can do them together. Oh, actually, I did switch that. I forgot. I decided to switch the book with the pretty cover from Dead Stars to Practical Magic because I do really like that cover. It is really pretty. And I returned it to the library, so I'll put a picture in here for you so you can see it. Okay, so we'll do 2 more rolls for this one because I did finish this, even though I changed my book, but that's okay. All right, next up, a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Enjoy a cozy hobby again. Well, perfect. I can work on the legs for my dragon. And one more roll, because I need a book also. Another 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A free space. Well, that doesn't help me get a book, but that's awesome. So I guess I will be rolling again for that one. All right, one more roll. 2. 1, 2. A short book. That's funny. Guess I can use, well, I can use the Farthest Shore for this one because that one's under 300 pages. Okay, let's do one more roll since that one's a short book. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Enjoy a cozy hobby again. Well, I guess we're going to just finish up the board here. Of course, I can just use reading because that is my favorite cozy hobby. Okay, one more, or one or two more, we'll see. 1, 2, season read. Horror movie will be great for that one. Okay, so let's do another one. Let's just go ahead and do the next few. So while I'm doing the legs, I can be reading The Farthest Shore, and then while I'm doing the wings, I can be reading horror movie. And let's see about after that. 1, bake or have a sweet treat. Oh, actually, I'm going to be doing that this week. I'm going to bake my husband some cinnamon rolls. I also have the stuff to make some pumpkin muffins. Let's do one more book. Hopefully. 1, 2. Move 2 spaces. 1, 2. Free space. Well, I'm definitely getting through a bunch of the spaces in here, so that's cool. All right, let's go again. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another free space. Crazy. All right, last one. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've made it all the way around. So a Discord vote. So I will put up a poll Discord and see what my next book will be. Probably put in here Obsidio, Anne of Green Gables. Oh, that would work for an autumn one too, about Black Sun. Those will be the 3 that I put on the Discord and see which one I get. Awesome. All right, so next up I have crochet my dragon legs whilst reading a short book, which will be The Farthest Shore. So I need to get on that since I started that book already. And I think that's all the rolls I need to do. Because I finished the Church of Friendo. I'm working on The Farthest Shore. So next will be horror movie here. And that's all we got. So I will see you guys tomorrow. So it's October 17th, Friday. Let's update my journal and do some rolls for some of the readathons. Fablen, I am all caught up. I have finished all of the day 3 activities and 2 of the downtime activities. Unfortunately, the last 2 books I read don't fit with any of the downtime activity prompts, so I only have the 2, but at least I got a couple in there. And then we move to Escape the Room. I did finish both of my prompts for the living room that I had in here already, so I need to do some more rolls for that. And I had landed on 9. I need to go over and get my little ghosty. So let's go ahead and roll a 3. So 1, 2, 3. That would be fine if I want to get out of the room. Let's mark this one down. So I think that's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that one is prompt 5. So I'll see what that one is in just a minute. And let's go ahead and roll again. 3. 1, 2, 3. Didn't get me quite to the ghost. It looks like that one is prompt 13 or 15. No, 15's over here. So 13. And I don't think there's any prompts in that area. Okay, let's do one more. 5. Sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Okay, so then I have the ghosty and then prompt 6, and that's where I will stay until I get out of the room. So I will work on those prompts this week and then move into this room next week. For space 5, that is to share a spooky book rec, and I have a couple for you. The first one, I couldn't find it for some reason. I have it on my shelves, but I don't see it, and that is The 12 Strange Days of Christmas by Sid Moore. That one's really fun. It's a collection of short stories. And actually, the next rec I have is also a collection of short stories, and that is The Advent of Winter. It's fantasy horror, and it's by 24 different authors. It is so good. I thoroughly enjoyed reading this one, and this was put together by Dom McDermott. And then lastly, it's more suspenseful, I think, than super spooky, but it still has elements of both, and I love it. And that is Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I found it. It fell behind one of my other books, The 12 Strange Days of Christmas by Sid Moore. And one thing I like about this is some of the short stories build off each other. So you'll get one short story that's about a certain character, and then a couple stories later, that character kind of comes back in. So they all kind of tie into each other somewhat. So I did really enjoy this. It was very interesting. So actually, that one is done. Next, we have Space 13, which is here. And that one is to have the, and, of, or in the title. And that was a little harder to find because a lot of my books don't have any of those this month, which is kind of weird. Or I read them already. But I did find The Chalice of the Gods by Rick Riordan, which is the 6th book, I believe, in the Percy Jackson and Olympians series. So I plan on reading that one. And then for the Ghosty and prompt number 6, which were from the same dice roll, for the ghost, you need to spell magic on the cover. And for that one, luckily, we have Obsidio. So we have M-A, we've got G up here for Gemina, I, lots of I's, and then C. I'm like, no, there's got to be a C in here somewhere, and there is right here, Incept. So I'm glad this one has a lot of words on the cover, so you can spell a whole lot of stuff. There's a G over here too. Yeah, very fun. So Obsidio, and that also works for Space 6, which is here at the door. And that is to read a book with 2 or more POVs, and this has at least 4, if not more, POVs throughout the book. And then next I will be moving into this room, and I'm trying to decide if I want to do that right now or not. I'm kind of thinking yes. So we've made it through the library and the dining room. We're almost done with the living room. I've got 2 books to read for that one. I'll wait and share that one with you next time. Okay, then we move into Gothtober, which I'm very excited to say I did finish 2 books in here. I've got Empire of the Damned and Hellbent is done, and I will be working on Obsidio. And then I did complete 3 from the Bewitched spellbook, and I'm close on a couple others. I've got 2 here that are done and 2 here that are done. So I do have a book with stars on the cover that I'm currently reading, which is Dead Stars, has the word and little stars. So I will have that one done soon. This one, a book with fire flames on the cover. I plan on reading A Time of Blood by John Gwynne, but that one is not yet. Then we have the Relax and Readathon. So I did finish some of my books. So I had a couple free spaces. I finished The Farthest Shore, finished Horror Movie, and a couple more free spaces. So tomorrow on my sprints, I do plan on crocheting my dragon legs and my dragon wings. And then today I'm going to be making some cinnamon rolls for my hubby. And then Spooktober Readathon. So let's see. I finished 2 more prompts and I need to submit those. So I'm here and I need to do my next roll because tomorrow is the last day to get through, and I do want to try and get to the haunted house for the 2nd time. So let's go ahead and roll. And that's a 1, and published after 2020. That's not helping me get very far, but I do have The Chalice of the Gods, I believe will work for this one. Yes, that came out in 2023. So that's what I'll do for this one. All right, let's do a couple more rolls and see what I'm going to have to do to get to here before tomorrow. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move forward 2 spaces. Perfect. A spooky ebook or audiobook. Ooh, I think Conqueror's Blood will be good for this one. Actually, Portraits of the Forsaken could work too. Maybe Black Sun. All right, let's see what my next roll will be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So still have 14 more spots to go. So still 3 more. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Multiple POVs. So not Anne of Green Gables. Dead Stars can definitely work for that because we've already had 2 or 3 POVs for that one. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with that. Not sure if I'm gonna actually finish all of these, but you know, I'll give it a try. At least I did already make it to the haunted house once, so these ones are just for fun. Okay, next roll. Still need at least 2, because that would be 7 to get out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8 to get out. 2. 1, 2. 10,000 reviews or less. Let me check. Perfect. This one only has 118 reviews, and that one is Portraits of the Forsaken by E.E. Holmes, so that one will be great for this one. Not that it got us very far, but that's okay. I am looking forward to reading that book. And this is the 4th book in the Gateway Tracker series. All right, see if we can get out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I've got to get a 6. So probably a couple more. 6. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Awesome. What do we have next? So we have a TBR Harvest. And this one we did finish horror movie. So we got cover choice here. And I don't remember which way I wanted to go. So we already have these 2. So we do need to pick up this ghosty with a cozy activity. So a 4 would be good. But I can also come back up here to comfort genre or scenic reading. Up here to this ghosty. So we'll see what I get. I'm either going to go this way or, well, there's 3 different ways to go. I still have a ghost here and a couple of cats to pick up, another ghosty there. I've got these guys over here too. Oh, actually, 5-star prediction. That should have been that ghost too. So I did pick up this ghosty as well. Let's do them all the same color so I remember. 5-star prediction. All right, what am I going to get? A 5. So we have 1, 2, let's see. It goes all this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does that work? Does it go this way or do you go here and here? I think it's here and here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Already got that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the ghosty. So it doesn't look like I can pick up any of the little animals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can get another jack-o'-lantern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So new book on your radar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Already got that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hot or cold. So I can either do new book on your radar or hot and cold. Hot or cold. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do new book on your radar. Okay, I finished everything. So my dragon arms are here. This is one of them. And then we have the dragon legs. Here's a leg. And then we have the dragon wings. And actually the wings weren't next. Next up were the horns at the top of the head and then the ears for the side of the dragon. And then there was the rear wings. So I have 2 of those. And then I got the left wing done. I still need to do the right side wing. It's a little wonky. There was a lot of new stitches I had to learn for this one. There's like 4 or 5 new ones. So it's not quite as awesome as I would like, but I mean, I still got the ribbing and everything, so I'm happy with it. So I have 1 more wing to go, and then I could put everything together and actually create a dragon. And on my sprints today, so today is Saturday the 18th, on my sprints, we decided to name my dragon, and my dragon will be Night Glow once the dragon is all done. I'm excited about that. So thank you, Jim, for recommending Night Glow as one of the names, because that was awesome. Which means I am all caught up. So I read horror movie, I baked cinnamon rolls for my husband this morning, and then I had moved 2 spaces to a free space, and then Obsidio, which I did finish. So let's go ahead and do a couple more rolls. And we ended on Discord vote. So that's where I was. So 3, 1, 2, 3. Favorite beverage. Let's actually put that over here. Well, that'll be easy because my favorite beverage I can't have right now because I'm avoiding alcohol just until I can heal my gut, and then I can add it back in. 2 different ones. One of them is mead. I love mead. And the other is ginger beer, a non-alcoholic, basically ginger ale, with some peanut butter whiskey and chocolate bitters. That is amazing. But I can't drink that right now. And so instead, just a ginger beer or some kombucha. Either way is my favorite beverage, and I will have one of those tonight. All right, let's do another roll. 1. Pretty cover yet again. What do I have next? Well, I'm currently reading Dead Stars, which of course is beautiful. I have A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping, which is so cozy and I think is also quite lovely. And then I have Portraits of the Forsaken, which also I like a lot. But I think I'm going to go ahead and go with Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping because I really need to read this. This is due November 4th, and I thought I had access to the audiobook, but I do not. So I need to get reading physically with my eyeballs on this one. At least one more. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exercise. That is perfect. I will be doing some yoga with Boho Beautiful tomorrow morning. I think it's a 20-minute workout. So let's try and get one more book. Oops, I need to write on here so I don't forget where I landed. 3. 1, 2, 3. A reading goal book. Ooh, I just did one of those. That was Hellbent. What do I have left? Oh, Dead Stars. I'm trying to read all of the Bengali books that I own this year for Herkiad. So within the next year. And actually, no, I'm going to switch that out. Conqueror's Blood is on my 25 and 2025 list. It is also part of Herkiad, so I'm going to use that one. And that is by Zamil Akhtar. Let's do one more to see where it gets us. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's, oh yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5. Free space. Actually, I'm going to put that one down here. Let's try one more time. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A mood read. That'll be a good one. And then I will stop there. And we'll see what I choose when I finish Conqueror's Blood and A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. Maybe Anne of Green Gables. We'll see. All right, so we're over halfway through the second time around. Very exciting. And I think that's the only one I have that I need to do more rolls with. Oh, wait. No, I think that's it. I could do one more roll here. So let's go ahead and do our one roll into the room because this is where we landed. I still have one more book I need to read in there. See where I end up in the kitchen. A 6. So we've got both of these to go. Oh, that's nice because they're all close to that. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Either way, I won't make it to both of them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, and then I'll have 3 left. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, actually, we'll see which way I want to go. Either way, we're going to get this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5, 6 or 5, 6. So that's number 3. 5, 6, 8, 3 or 8? 6. Oh no, that's a 10. So 3 or 8. So 8 is read a book picked by a random number generator, or you can watch something that is fall themed. I think I'm going to go with the watch something fall themed, and so that means I will go with number 8, which is, let's see, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's right. So 8 was this one. And for the ghosty, you can spell ghost or eat or drink a fall-themed treat. And that one's easy because it'll go with my Relax and Readathon prompt of drink your favorite beverage, which of course is ginger, which is definitely a fall-themed. Not quite gingerbread ginger. And I put a little cinnamon in there. Oh, that would be good. Yes. I think that's the way I'm going to go. It's not no books, so I can roll one more time to get a bookish prompt between here and here. So let me go ahead and write those down. And I just got the notification from the library that the movie Practical Magic came in and is ready to be picked up. So I will get that on Monday and then watch that during the week. Okay, so we're here at prompt 8. I need at least a 1. If a 3 would be better. 3 or higher. A 1. That works. So then we get to pick up the equipment. And for the equipment, it's to read a book that is shorter than your last book. My last book for this challenge was Obsidio, which was 615 pages. So that makes it pretty easy. So I will add on A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping, which is only 340 pages with the reader's guide in there. Perfect. All right, let's just finish out the room. And that's a 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So regardless, we will be landing on the door prompt. And that one is space number 1. And let's see what the prompt is. So I can read a book from another challenge or wear something fall inspired. And I mean, that would be fun too. But I think I'm going to read a book from another challenge. So I got 6. I landed on space 1. And on my 25 in 2025 list, I want to read Conqueror's Blood by Zemil Akhtar. And that one is here. And I am really looking forward to reading this one. And I think that's it. Everything else I still am reading books for. Spooktober, I need to start Chalice of the Gods. Of course, it ends today, so there's no way I'm going to finish my second round. But at least I've gotten to this space here. And then I only have 2 books left for this, A Time of Blood and Destiny. Nowhere near starting those ones yet. And I'm doing really well with The Long Walk. I'm on my second time through the board, and I'm on spot 14 right now. And I will, once I finish that book, then I can see where I'm going to go next. And doing really well with my TBRopoly. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. So I was on cover choice, and then I rolled the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was new book on your radar. I rolled a 1. That would be Cozy Activity. And that will be baking cinnamon rolls for my hubby. And then I rolled a 2. So that would then give me the hobby break. And for that, I was going to crochet my dragon legs. And then I got a 6. So 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6. I think that's the way I was going to go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. BIPOC author. Conqueror's Blood by Zemil Akhtar, and he is Middle Eastern. And for the ghosty, it does spell boo in blood, to take out that L, and then we got boo. So I need to make sure I have that in here too. That will be where I end, and then next time I will roll for number 11. And then over here for the Tomes and Tombs, I am still working on Dead Stars Part 1 for green on the cover, and Autumnal Items, Black Sun. That one has the ravens on the cover. So those are the next 2 I will be reading, but I could actually do this one too, because there is, like, looks like spider webs, and the orange and kind of the red. Yeah, so ooh, that one could work. But yeah, the orange could definitely work for autumnal as well. But for now, that's what I have. Okay, and then we have This Witch Reads, which I've realized that somewhere with a lack of natural resources will be Obsidio, because they are in space, and I'm pretty sure there's a finite set of resources on each of the ships. So that one. And then Black Sun for the weather, Destiny for elemental magic, Dead Stars might work for that, and actually Conqueror's Blood could work for that too. And then fire on the cover or in the title will be A Time of Blood. I believe that one has some fire on the cover. And then for the Long Walk readathon, I've made it through one time already, and I landed on our 1,000 bonus points, which is awesome. And I'm going back through. I finished that one, so I can color that one in. That was the farthest shore. That one is done. And then I also finished Horror Movie. And so now I'm working on Obsidio. Once I get that finished, I will figure out where I go next. I'm doing pretty good for my TBRopoly. I have 2 books for this one, so Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping and A Time of Blood, because that was one of my punishments. I have The Chalice of the Gods, so 3, Conqueror's Blood 4, Destiny is 5. I still have 6 books to read, Return to Readathon, to finish up my TBRopoly, but I'm getting close and I have high hopes because we still have a couple weeks left. Today is Thursday, October 23rd, and I am almost done with my TBR, which is amazing. I didn't think I was actually going to make it, but I did. I am almost there. So for A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping, I am almost done. I should be able to finish that tonight, and if not, then easily tomorrow morning. So this one will be done, which ticks off another prompt. And then I still have Destiny by Shannon Pemrick, and I am currently 47% of the way through. There's the cover. And I realized, so when I was first looking this up, I didn't look at what my actual Kindle one was. I just happened to look it up on Storygraph, and it said it was 532 pages. I'm like, oh, that's great. And then I looked at my Kindle version, and it is 668 pages. So it's a little bigger than I thought, but that's right. I'm still 47% of the way through, and I should easily have that done by the end of the month. And then the last book on my TBR is Return to Readathon by Philip Chase. So as soon as I finish Destiny, then I will start on Return to Readathon, and I should have that done by the end of the month as well, or at least over 50% of it done. Hopefully 75% before the end of the month if I don't quite finish it. I am also reading, I have a lot of books on the go right now. I'm also reading Dead Stars by Ben Galley, and I'm about 25% of the way through. And I am actually reading this one on my Kindle as well. My copy of it is the complete Emaneska series on my Kindle. So I'm reading through that and keeping my nice copies pretty. And then I am also reading, this one is basically just in the car for now. And once I finished all my other audiobooks, then I will listen to this one the rest of the time as well. But when I'm in the car, I am reading, which you can't see here. Maybe I should bring up the actual cover instead for you. But I am 12% of the way through The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi by Shannon Chakraborty, and I am enjoying it so far. And this one is actually, I wanted to read this a couple months ago and didn't get to it. And then it also works for a readathon prompt for October. So I'm hoping to finish this one, but if I don't, it doesn't really matter. And for books that I have finished lately, I've got my little cheat sheet here. And let's see, on the 19th, I finished Conqueror's Blood. And I think I might have told you about that one already, but I did finish this one. I keep forgetting. It doesn't have the name on the cover. But I finished that. And yes, I did tell you about that. That was in my TBRopoly. I knew I told you about that. Okay. And then still working on that one, Portraits of the Forsaken by E.E. Holmes. I did finish that one and I enjoyed that one. That's the 4th book in the Gateway Tracker series. And I think there's 6 books in the series, and I am looking forward to finishing that up because they're just fun. Popcorn reads, they have a good storyline, and the characters are fun, and yeah, I enjoy them. It's kind of a good turn your brain off fantasy paranormal. And then yesterday I finished The Chalice of the Gods, which is the 6th book in the Percy Jackson and the Olympians series by Rick Riordan. And I loved it. It was great to get back with Percy as the main character and kind of being in his head. And it was just a lot of fun. It was super short. It's 290 pages, at least for my copy. I think most of them are 268. I think mine had a couple of extra kind of like preview chapters of some of the other books at the back. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to reading The Triple Goddess, which is the next one, I believe. But this also says this is the Senior Year Adventures, book 1. So it's book 6 in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, but it's book 1 in the senior years. And I would give that at least a 4.5. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if it's quite a 5. 4.5, 4.75, almost a 5. I may or may not have shown you all of these already, but while I was on my sprints, I was working on crocheting my dragon, and everyone who was there voted on Night Glow as the name for my dragon. So I've got the body and the head done. So we've got those. And then I've got the little arms done that go up here. And I've got the legs done that go down here. Let's see if I can actually hold all of this together. Another arm and another leg. I've got little ears that go up here that are just adorable. And then there's also, oh, I guess those are the little horns, not the ears. This is one of the ears. So there's one of the little ears. And then this is kind of like, it's called rear wings, but it's kind of almost like a little tail wing that goes down here at the bottom of the little dragon. So he's going to be adorable. And then the left wing is done for the dragon. It's going to go over here somewhere. I have the right wing left to go, and then putting everything all together. So I'm very excited, and hopefully I can get that done fairly soon. Tomorrow, though, I'm heading to my mom's house, and so my mom and my aunt will be doing some mending that I have. I have a sheet that has a hole in it, and so I need to kind of mend that because we love the sheets and we don't want to get rid of them, but we don't want the hole. So we're going to fix that. And then I don't know what actually we're going to be working on. I know that they have some projects going, so I told them that I would just jump in with whatever project they're working on. But there's also a couple projects I would like to try and do with them. And one of them is putting together a little dice roller tray, a cloth one, instead of using my really loud metal plate or my makeshift box. So that's one of the projects I would like to do. And then there's also a pen case that I would like to make. It's kind of the ones that stand up and have that little piece that zips at the top, and then it's kind of like this thick around, and then you can pull that down, and so all your pens are then showing, and you can pull them out, and then you push it back up and you zip it. So we want to make one of those. We'll see what we end up actually making. But I did find a couple of how-to videos on how to make those, so I'm gonna have my aunt watch those with us and see if she's intrigued by any of those, and if so, then we may get started, because I'm sure they have at least most of the materials we need to make those. And I think that's all I have for you for this week, and I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. If for some reason something happens and I pop in on a Saturday or Sunday, I will definitely do that. But for now, thank you so much for joining me this week as I went through some of my readathon rolls and my reads and just the normal mundaneness of my week. And if you made it this far in the video, leave some type of dragon emoji in the comments to let me know that you are here in honor of Nightglow, my little crochet dragon. And please like, comment, and subscribe if you want, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any other bookish content. And until next time, keep reading. Bye!